All right, I've got it fixed. So sorry, back to this. Hopefully soon I'll be able to do like the live stream shorts so I can stop having to record on my phone. Okay, I'm gonna want to do, yeah, regular, single, 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 do another single, and then I'm gonna do probably a half double, connected half double over here, just to help with the height of everything. And then, yeah, then I will do probably a proper double up here. Yeah, there we go. So I'm gonna connect it right there. Well, I'm actually gonna probably do a single, or you know what, chain, then do a spike stitch style single right there. Yeah, and then I'm gonna just get it attached right here. Sorry for moving things around. There we go. All right, I'm gonna raise the rest of this in when I get around to this side. Until then, I'm gonna go full speed ahead with that purple. Shouldn't put that over there, but okay, here we go. Here we go. Oh, let's see if I need to weave this in first. Yeah, I probably should. Here we go. All right. It's another half right here. I might actually do a proper double. 1 second. And then do a half, yeah. That works. Okay, that's 4, 5, that back loop. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into that back loop. 1, 2, Oh, I'm starting to reach the end of my... Oh, never mind. I'm not. There's plenty. There's plenty. Okay. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, whoops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so I'm going to do this one, and then I'm going to add my spare yarn. One thick one. That's 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then that's where we have that black that's in front. So I'm just going to secure this to right here. Get these ends woven in, and then I'll work on the next row. And this is one of those cases where I may end up using a lighter just to be extra sure. But I've woven this end in quite a bit. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I'm going to get this a little bit woven in. This should be relatively easier. This one I absolutely will use a lighter with. I'm going to tell you right now I will, because I'm too concerned. I don't know if I can get it the amount of times that I want. We'll see. You know what? We'll see. I say absolutely sure, but maybe. I don't know. Yeah, I'd feel better if I had a lighter. I used a little bit of lighter here. Can't even tell. right, cool. So that part's done in. We'll go back over here. That was all fine. So here's where I need to go. Just pull those a little tight. Now weave in these ends. There we go. All right. Now I remember I said I was going to get to these. So I'm going to make sure these are all nice and woven in so I don't have to come back to them. There we go. That one's in. All right, let's see how that looks. Yeah. I don't know about that one, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Okay. Looks like I did I did singles here. And then I just dropped down into a double right there. Okay. All right, nearing the end. Okay. All right. Weave this one in. Sorry, just realized I was going off the side. Okay. Weave that in later. Looks a little janky right there, but it looks so janky where I didn't cut, so I mean. I'm not going to cut this one until after I do the next round. But what I am going to do is weave in, so when I do the next round, I will have a high probability of grabbing these. So it's pre-woven in a couple different ways. But we'll see. Okay. There's that. I'm going to weave that one in later. All right. So here's where we're at now. On to the next round of black. This one I did half doubles. I'm glad I just ribbed this instead of just cutting it. this point. I had to cut it over there, but glad I didn't do that here. All right, getting to the point where I'm going to run out of my little yarn ramen. Yeah, let me try and trim this to equal lengths. Okay, got probably about 2 more half doubles. 1. Yeah. Finish it off with this one. Go. All right, there we go. We've got 4 more rows after this, and then I can weave in the rest of the ends and call it quits. Go. Trying to keep it in the view. All right, then we need to pass off at least one of these guys. All right. Got that one taken care of. Here's what it looks like so far. On to the next one, and we got dark purple now, so I am gonna need that light one in a little bit, so just gonna grab my dark purple over here. There we go. Just have it ready. Use that yarn ramen again. Them noodles. Alright, so it looks like I did half doubles here. Need to be careful, because this is a supporting stitch for the previous, or the future round, I should say. Alright, now I just got to crochet into that back. There we go. Nope. I'm trying to get a bit of a braided seam look, so I need to be careful with where I'm crocheting into. Go get this. Go. Ever so often I'm trying to pick up another loop in the far back to give it some stability. But there's the effect that I'm getting. And I'm nearing the end, so I think after one more half double. Yep. Trim. And switch. Ah. It just doesn't want me to get into that back extra loop, does it? So I have to do it on this one. If I can. Gotcha. This is going to be hard because this is where I kind of merged it. So I'm going to try and get it into, looks like at least one more. Probably won't be able to. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put it back into that one so I don't lose my count and it still works. Then after that, I'm either halves or singles. It looks like halves. So I've got 3 rounds left. Gonna bring it this way. And then that way. Because I won't actually need to put anything on top of this stitch. And then I'm gonna bring it back. And then to strengthen this part up here, it's gonna go back in and through. I'm gonna be so annoyed if those were actually singles. I don't think they were, but yeah, they have an extra bump. Where do I have the last place? Oh no, I think those were singles. No. Yeah, those were singles. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. I'm just gonna do this again. But that's okay because since those were halves and the others were singles, I'm gonna have plenty of yarn. Plus I did that join in the middle anyway, so let me just fix this. Attack of the scissors. Come on. Don't mess with me like this. Just get undone already. Criminalities. There we go. Okay, that I sewed in, so I should be able to just... Yep. There we go. Got it. Let's fix that real quick. I was wondering why I went through it so quickly. The other ones didn't. Oops, sorry. The other ones didn't go that fast, it felt like. Alright. Back to that one. Yeah, that was the singles. Oh, there we go. Back over to this. Now, I'm going to put this one in right here. That's fine. Okay. Now I will cut it. Leave this one in. All right. And that one's in. Well, good. All right. Looking good so far. And get these tightened and fastened off. Just because it's dealing with single crochets and there's not a lot to not a lot of places really to weave in your yarn. And I'm also working a back loop. So I feel like it's just safer to add a lot of knots in there. Okay. Now we're done with the purple. Well, the big purple, the dark purple. We're on to light purple again, but not like the lightest. The thought isn't confusing enough. Move these clips out of the way. All right. Into the yarn robin. Sort this out. This is right about where the other one terminated, so that's good. So, grab me I'm actually gonna back it up a couple steps so I'm not joining them all at the same spot. $43 now. Just gonna try and get this done within the hour. Well, I've been working on this yarn surgery project for approximately 2.5 hours, which, yeah. There, and we are done with this. So snip, 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 on. Got 2 rows left, and I just got to finalize by weaving in all the rest of the ends that I've let go. I don't know if I'll tie this one. Yeah. I don't know. Let's see if I feel like it's secure if I don't. Go. Go. One more this way. Got it. Come on. go. Okay. Looking good so far. Now I need the last little bit. There's a hook. All right, and this is all I have left. Almost all I have left. I have this little thing. So I have enough, thankfully. All right. So unhook this one. Oh, I'm so excited. I'm nearing the end of 48 minutes of this recording. All right. Okay. One more. Okay. Here we go. Trying to figure out how I want to weave this one in. So close to the finish line. Maybe I'll do it this way. Yeah. So close to the finish line, I don't want to screw it up now. Go. Oops. All right, I'm at 52 minutes. I should absolutely be able to get this done before the hour's up. I say that. I should be able to get the next row finished. I'll stop it and do the weaving end off camera because, you know, this part's so fun. But I'd much rather have less to weave in so I can go to bed than a ton to weave in. Especially because I gotta leave early tomorrow. right. Alrighty. Just gonna leave this in. I'm at 54 minutes. Like I said in a different video, when they make something that effortlessly weaves in ends, someone's going to be a billionaire, I'll tell you. Okay. Alright, so now the only thing I need to do is this one. So off the hook goes. Put these stitch markers up. And let's get to it. Oh no. I don't want to terminate it right up here because this is where I've done those end weave ins, so I'm going to back it up a little bit and end it right here, I think. Get rid of this, whatever that was from. All right. Here we go. All right, so I'm gonna real quick weave this in. We'll show a brief look, and then I'll have a short where I'll show what it looks like after the surgery, and then how it's gonna look on the hanging up on the mannequin. Yeah, I'm super pleased with how it ended up turning out. Do I ever want to do this again? Hell no. Especially not with all the ends woven in already. Bring that down and behind. And then back again. There and back again. A Hobbit's journey. or Hobbit's tail. I need to reread the books. Here we go. All right, so here's a sneak peek of what it looks like. Let me just move some of this stuff out of the way. Get some of this yarn vomit out of the way too. Okay. This is what it looks like. So you can see some imperfections for sure, but you would have had no idea I spent 2 hours correcting this. I'm like, a little weird stitch there. Looks a little odd right there. A little weird there, but reminds me of that meme. No one's gonna know. How would they know? But there we go. 2.5 hours of yarn surgery. We did it, boys. All right. See you on the flip side.